this to go?
Because we're live.
This is we're live on YouTube.
It's loading.
What's up, one watcher?
What's up, guy? I forget now.
Bless you. We have one fan and you can't remember his name?
Yeah, I mean, he's out there. He's a guy. All right, here we go. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nation of Conversation episode number, what is this? 273.
That doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
You're challenging the count again?
We were at 269 not too long ago. So
273. That makes sense, right?
yeah.
You gonna challenge the count again?
I feel like it's like 400 at this point.
Okay, 400 then. Whatever. You make it up. What's up, everybody? I'm here with the dickhead boys, Bill, Mike, and Wally.
That's accurate.
What's up?
It's accurate.
What's up? What is up? What's up with you guys? We did not.
Number one dickhead boy is here.
Bubbles?
Yes, he is here. Number one dickhead boy.
Bubbles is your only compatriot at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be careful who you don't badmouth him to his face.
Oh, he will have no problem.
I heard cats in YouTube videos is good, so hopefully this will boost our. We need more cats on this show. That's one thing we're
But
missing.
you can't throw a cat. If you throw a cat,
It doesn't matter. They just
That's
land.
frowned upon?
no, you get canceled.
No.
Oh, if you throw a cat, you get canceled.
Yes.
There's still a turtle out there we haven't met yet.
Hmm.
Do turtles equal ratings?
I don't know.
Sure.
I guess we're gonna have to
Why
find
wouldn't
out.
they? Yeah.
If turtles
Mervin
equal
something.
ratings, then maybe we need him in. What's his name again?
Mervin.
You've had this turtle and told us the name of the turtle for probably about 25 years, and we still don't get it right.
Yep.
Oh, I'm being gifted this. Okay.
Ah.
Thank you.
From the,
Thank
the
you.
hand of God there.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Ibushi. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. This is really off the rails already.
Already.
Yeah.
God.
We got a cat and a hand from God.
Cat, Ibushi God hand. Full gear happened this weekend.
It sure did.
All 5 hours of full gear. How much did you watch, Mike?
Well, I watched it all.
Watched the whole thing?
Picked it up at 7:30, right as the AK and Serena Deeb match happened, and took it all the way through.
You guys seem to enjoy it.
I thought it was really good for the most part.
Easily their best pay-per-view. Far and away.
Let's start with that opening match, the NWA World's Championship.
Women's
Yes.
World Championship.
Yes.
Women's World's Championship was defended by Serena Deeb against Allison Kay.
Yes. Very good match. Solid match.
Yeah. Two good wrestlers having a good 8-minute match or however long it was.
Yep.
And
Very
Serena won.
Mm-hmm.
And Allison.
Are they trying to be WWE?
In which way? That women's matches are on the pre-show?
Yeah, they're 8 minutes long.
No.
I think it was more of like
It
it's a
was-
pre-show match.
Yeah.
And Thunder Rosa came out and is going to challenge again for the NWA Women's Championship. So
Yeah. They should have that main event a show. I'd really
main
love
event
to
Dynamite.
Yeah. Main event. I'd really be interested to see where that places, because the big thing with AEW and Dynamite is the like quarterly ratings, like
Right.
start of the show, the 9 o'clock, the main.
So what would happen if?
Because if you notice, Cody is always on at 9 o'clock. Always. Like they always put Cody's matches on at 9 because that's like a big spot.
ratings.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It'd be interesting to see where they put this stuff. Would they probably put it in a shit spot? But yeah, this match was 10 minutes 25 seconds.
Yeah, so not a long time. Just a quick quick dabble, do ya?
But they should really sign Allysin Kay, not just for like her ring's great, but like her promos even better. Her promos really good.
She's a very entertaining human being.
Yes.
It is kind of surprising that WWE never took to her. I didn't know she was there.
I'm sure they're taking to her now.
Yeah, they'll try to steal her away, probably. Yeah.
True.
And shelve her, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They're like my parents. They buy Costco. They like not Costco. They go to Sam's Club. That's what we have here. We don't have Costco yet, but they go to Sam's Club and buy like everything. Like you're two people. What the hell are you doing?
Hey, it's gonna.
That's what WWE is. They're my parents at Sam's Club. No, half of it doesn't get used. It expires, and then I go in the basement. It's like, you have 12 expired ketchups. Did you know that? That's what WWE is. They have 12 expired ketchup. Did we pick that one? I don't think we did.
No.
We did not.
Kenny Omega and Hangman Page kicked off the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's a surprise.
it was a little bit of a surprise, but the show was jammed with matches. So where would be the best place to put it?
I guess
If it wasn't last, it should be first, right?
this was either going to start this or MJF and Jericho was going to start, and I'm glad this started. Started.
I think this was the right call.
Yes.
Don Callis showed up,
Mm-hmm.
which is funny because on the last Dynamite, we're not going to cover everything that happened on last Dynamite because it's really a lot of the stuff is out of date. But
Yep.
Don was on there in like the which I really like what they do, those little packages where they ask people who's going to win.
Yeah.
And he was in that. I thought that was cool. But then Kenny got interviewed by, was it Shivani?
Yes.
And he had a frame picture, a frame picture of Don Callis next to him on the couch. Did you see that?
They're setting up something very weird here. I don't know what.
I think it's just Kenny being like, Don's my guy.
Yeah, but it's like, what can they set up with an Impact EVP?
I don't think they're going to set up anything. I think he's like personal announcer. That's part of his gimmick.
They're tweeting out stuff where like Don like called them family and stuff, and them walking together after the show.
Remember when Don like beat him up in that Canadian promotion a while back?
That's right. I guess
never went anywhere.
I think he's staying at Don's place in Florida. Maybe
he lives in Florida. Kenny lives in Florida now.
Officially?
Yeah. He said it a bunch of times.
What about the North Carolina thing?
I don't know what that is. I honestly don't know what that is. It's funny, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, so this match was former tag team partners. Whoever wins gets a shot at the title. It was a very, very good match. Yes. Just great.
Very good match.
Paige was great. Someday Paige will get there. I don't know how or what it will be, but he lost, and he kept trying to get out of the One Wing Angel because he knew if he got dumped in the One Wing Angel, he would lose, as most people do. And eventually he couldn't get out of it and got dumped and lost. That was pretty much
very good match. They do all their counters. It was very good. Very good match.
Well done.
Yeah. It was still waiting for them to heat up round one of Page versus MJF.
I think that's their long-term goal of having like
it should be.
I don't know if you would call it like Sting Flair or Dusty Flair or Sean Brett, but that's whatever your analogy is, that's what they will be.
That's why they got to heat up round one just to get something.
I mean, they've already had a thing, didn't they?
Have they?
The very first pay-per-view, didn't they fight each other in the Battle Royal or something? They got together already for something quick.
Right.
After that, which was a great match, and how do we pick that one?
We picked that one halvesies. Me and Mike got it correct.
Wow. Very nice. Orange Cassidy had his match with John Silver.
This is a fun match.
Fun, quick, and fun. John
Yeah.
Silver ripped the pockets, as you can see behind me. Ripped the pockets out of Orange Cassidy's pants. Yep. And also there was another like very funny picture of angry John Silver down on the ground after something happened to him, and Cassidy next to him, like with the thumbs up right next to angry John Silver. It was good. Cassidy won. He needed a win badly, and John Silver just is good. He's very good. He picked up Cassidy with one arm.
Yeah,
that was pretty impressive.
Very strong.
Just Cassidy was on the top rope. He walked over, just lifted him up over his head with one arm, and I was like, "Whoa!" Deceptively strong, even though he looks jacked. He's just a little Jack Gerbil, little guy.
We picked this sweep. We swept it.
Yeah, that was the right call.
Yeah, this was fun, and
fun and quick.
With his breakout role, I guess, on BTE, he deserves like a spot on a pay-per-view. So yeah, and him and Orange have had several matches.
You go to Beyond's page, there's like 5 matches.
There was an Orange Cassidy versus Banana John match. I believe it was called Banana John. Or maybe Banana Silver. Where Silver came out in like sunglasses and like a cut off jean jacket vest.
Oh, he did a version of that
that's the
match.
one. Yeah, that's where he like lulled him to sleep. He
rocked him to bed.
Yes, he rocked
the sleeper hold, right.
Yes,
the actual sleeper hold. After that, it was Cody versus Darby Allin.
And Ryan, you were right. There is now 25 people in the Nightmare family.
Yeah. I thought so. I thought so.
What are the Guns and
the Gun Club and that guy who I
Johnson?
like a lot, Lee Johnson, in the are all in the Nightmare family.
I was gonna ask if Billy Gunn is the best wrestler in the Nightmare family.
No, Dustin. Dustin probably, right?
Dustin, okay. Still?
He's pretty good still. I think Dustin's pretty good still. So his 40-man entourage came out.
I really am just at a loss for it.
We got the exciting reveal that Cody has his last name back.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes. WWE finally gave up on that one.
Yes.
And he has his last name back.
Was that in exchange for all the WCW stuff that Cody stopped fighting for?
Maybe.
Because now they announced in
Bash
January,
at the Beach is not Bash at the Beach.
It's Beach Break Beach, something like that.
It's Beach Break, which is Orange Cassidy's finishing move, isn't it?
Yes. So they had to drop the Bash at the Beach. So,
well, he got his name back, and this match was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Darby's great.
Darby's very fun.
Darby's very good at wrestling.
Yep.
He won.
As a fiery underdog.
Defeated Cody. Cody gave him a avalanche. What is that move called?
Crossroads.
Avalanche Crossroads.
Off the top rope.
Avalanche meaning off the top rope.
Yeah.
And then Darby won. And Darby, if you remember when he first came into AEW, he was talking about, I've never won a championship. And that's why I'm here to win championships. So he has now won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was very emotional. I think he broke character a little bit there. And Cody presented him the belt, which was good.
I didn't like that. I didn't like Cody getting down on one knee and handing him.
I like the first one where he put it on his shoulder or whatever.
I don't mind that.
Or was that the second one?
I don't know.
He gave him the belt at one point. Yeah, getting on one knee like a proposal.
Like, it's just like,
will you accept this rose, Darby?
It's like dropping the act of the entire match where he was healing it up the entire match, because that's something good that Cody can play, is like kind of like how New Japan does with certain guys like Okada and Tanahashi. If they need to, they can play heel in the match, and that's what Cody can do. And Cody did it very much so, being cocky, doing push-ups and stuff. But then like baby facing up and like handing them the belt like that, like you could have handled that. You know, it's not like throw the match away, but still.
Just a quick handshake and get out of there.
No, just like shove it in his chest and be like, pat him, and then like,
Get the hell
you
out.
got to be upset that you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there was that piece of business after that where he didn't get to celebrate because Team Taz came out and tried to beat him all up. And Cody had to make
that all happened after the match.
Yeah, Cody had to make the save. So I don't know
Will Hobbs made the save.
He made the ultimate save, but Cody
Yes.
first made a save.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is Darby is now a Nightmare Family.
No.
Close.
Let's hope not.
Will Hobbs probably will be soon.
Oh yeah, Will Hobbs is definitely going to be a Nightmare Family.
Yeah. Come on.
But yeah, I liked it. I liked almost all the match. I thought it's good, obviously, to set up new challengers because obviously Darby's going to face Ricky Starks, I guess, next.
Good. Yeah, Ricky or Brian. Okay.
Yeah, he has stuff with Brian too. So I think that's good to set up matches like New Japan style after you have a match for the title.
Mm-hmm.
But I also didn't love that it was so long and drawn out and we had his stupid Darby car and all that stuff. And it's like, it could have just been a quick thing.
Yeah, like they threw him through the light fixture and then
And they were going to slam him in his Darby beat up car with spray paint all over it.
Darby Mobile.
The Darby Mobile.
Nope.
Because everybody has a car. They need to get like a deal with Hot Wheels. Everybody in AEW
Someone
has their own,
said
like,
people have
signature
been-
car.
People have been begging for AEW to do a
Like those WCW cars that they made.
do like a kart racing video game.
Oh man.
Like
Oh,
if
okay.
they did like a Mario Kart for AEW,
Like a Twisted Metal AEW.
yes, that'd be
Oh,
great.
Twisted Metal, that'd be good.
That'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
Well,
So,
the
yeah.
boss battle is against the monster truck on the roof.
You could do John Silver would easily fill in as who's the guy in
Jax?
the 2 wheels? Jax, the 2 guy in the wheels.
Yeah.
No,
That could
not
be a
Jax.
game.
Axel. Was it Axel?
Axel.
Yeah,
Axel.
Axel,
Yes,
yeah.
Axel.
Just
Silver
a
would
dude
fit
holding
in.
up 2 tires.
He's stuck.
God
remember?
damn.
He was
I played.
stuck. He wasn't.
He was stuck. I don't remember why.
He was like forced into it. It was like torture.
I remember I played Twisted Metal so goddamn
Twisted
much.
Metal
So
2,
many
so
hours of Twisted Metal 2,
So much.
especially.
Oh yeah.
I beat that game
So
with
much.
every character
Yep.
like 10 times over.
Because they all had awesome.
Because they had awesome stories at the end.
Yes.
They all had like an ending that was different.
was like it was like a Twilight Zone ending.
Yeah.
Each of
Yeah.
them, like they all.
It would wish
ended-
for something and then it would backfire at them.
Yes,
It was awesome.
Yes.
I remember
Such a
for whatever
fun
reason,
game.
I remember Warthog wanted a young man's body, so he got
Yes.
that, but he kept an old man head.
Yes.
I remember that one.
And then there was Sweet Tooth and Dark Sweet Tooth.
Dark Tooth.
Oh,
Darktooth. Because
They have
Darktooth, you had to beat Darktooth to get to the end.
right. Yes.
Or was he at the end? I forget now.
I forget. I remember. Yes,
You were like
and
in
it-
a
get
city
there.
and it was
In
just
Paris.
you on
you're
one-on-one.
in Paris
Yeah.
because
Fighting
I
on
remember
the city
like
streets.
it being terrifying because it was like you never knew because there was like you never
You never
I'm
knew
gonna-
where he was going to come
yeah,
from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to play that tonight. I'd like an
There
emulator.
was also a board where you had to shoot it like somebody into the Statue of Liberty or something like that. What was that? That was
Yes.
So that would have been New York City if it
you
was
like
Statue of
threw
Liberty.
somebody into the Statue of Liberty's mouth or something. I forget
I
exactly
forget,
how it
yeah.
was, but it was fun. Anyway,
So there's 5 minutes on Twisted Metal for you guys.
there you go.
Fine. It's a great game.
Solid 5 right there. Darby Allin, your new TNT champion. How did we pick it?
Michael and Walter picked that correctly.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
I
guys
did that.
are killing it.
Here we go.
AEW Women's Championship match. Hikaru Shida defeated Nyla Rose. There's not a lot to say here. It was
Yeah.
bleh,
There-
but
one moment and like
one
that-
great moment, which I loved. And you loved it too, right, Mike?
Yes.
The,
easily the best and only good moment of the match, if you ask me.
pretty much. I like that Nyla knee drop that she does off the top
Yeah,
when someone's
it's-
suspended on the ropes, though.
Yeah, and I like that you did it to the back of the leg that you've been working on. Right,
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
It just you could tell it was thrown together.
What was the one great moment?
Shida did a big move to Nyla, and Nyla's going to lose, and she picked her head up to interrupt the count.
And that's after Nyla did the same thing to her.
Yeah. which was great.
Earlier.
So
But
some fire
but
there.
now they're gonna turn Nyla babyface, and it's just like
Yeah, I didn't like any of the end. So Nyla loses, Sheeta wins, and then Vicky turns on Nyla, which we just get Vicky and
it was
Nyla
like
together?
2 months ago. But
It wasn't
I guess
that long ago.
yeah, and but
Some of the
Nyla's-
problem, according to Tony Khan, some of the problems with the match was Vicky's not available all the time, and that's what he said. Vicky's not available for everything, and they needed them together. So I think that's why they split them up. Because I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't
Nyla
understand
could
it.
be a babyface because she's pretty much healed against everyone so far. You know, I think she's faced everyone as a heel. You know,
Maybe it's time.
Yeah.
I really like Nyla in interviews. If you listen to her interviews, she's really funny.
Yeah.
And very entertaining in interviews. So she probably could pull it off, but the character is so heel, like everything about it. You have to change almost everything to get there. But anyway, hopefully they will continue to build on that. How do we pick that? I think we've swept it probably.
We almost swept it, but Ryan, you thought Nyla, just to be different, would win.
Oh, Ryan's having a bad night.
Having a very bad night. Turns out FTR and the Young Bucks can have a kick-ass fucking match. Yes. It doesn't matter what the hell story it is. Shocking. Turns out they can have a fucking awesome match, and they did.
So shocked by that. That's crazy.
Very
incredible match.
Very good match. What match was better, this or Revolution?
I like Revolution better.
Yeah, I think so. Me too.
Just because it was Hangman and Kenny versus the Bucks.
Oh, right.
I thought that one had a lot more juice to it with the backstory, and this one doesn't.
And it did have a fully live crowd. But yeah, no, you're right about that with the more
I think the story puts that one over the edge. And this one was good. Just a lot of muddying of the waters going into it, whereas the match was very simply like Matt Jackson's ankle is fucked up, and Dax's fist is screwed up.
But she had to get taped in the middle of the match, which I wasn't sure.
It was bleeding. He was bleeding at one point. Unless that was fake blood. We see fake blood later, but in this pay-per-view, but I don't think it was fake blood. It seems weird to put fake blood on a hand, but wrestling, but okay. It was great. FTR did a tribute to DIY in the match.
Yeah.
And
a lot of tribute.
One of the things I really enjoy about AEW, about this match was Excalibur was like, there's a tribute to DIY.
Yeah.
Did not even bat an eye. Brought it up.
Good.
That's a tribute to DIY. And their past matches or something like that. So they did that super kick knee thing, and then the most perfect way to end it.
Yes.
Was FTR actually doing a flip.
Trying to do a flip.
Trying to do a 450 splash. Cash went for a 450 splash.
I've heard him say he can do them. I've heard him talk about it.
Which he did. Missed, and then got super kicked and lost. It was like
barefoot super kick.
What'd you say?
A barefoot super kick.
Right. They took Matt's boot off.
Yep.
They were doing the most. It's like we've been waiting for this match forever. And we've been waiting for the FTR isolate Matt and get Nick Jackson a hot tag against FTR. We've been waiting for that forever, and that's what happened in this match, basically. They set it up so that they would doing spears, sliding, pulling Matt left and right, pulling his boot off, all this stuff to set up a giant Nick hot tag. But then Matt ends up winning it when they botch a flip, and he super kicks them to get the win. It was like
good. I'm glad if they did that's what made them lose, though.
They lost because they went to do a flip.
Yeah.
Which was just perfect. It was a perfect match. It was probably not a 5-star match.
It's close.
But it's pretty good.
Meltzer will give it 5 stars. I'll bet you. Any amount of money he will.
Probably. But
he'll give fucking Nyla versus Sheeta a 5-star.
5?
I don't know.
AEW, he might.
He most definitely leans harder on AEW. He gives like an AEW mid-main event match, like 4.25.
Jesus.
They get a half-star rating just for being AEW.
Well, I love this match, and Bill, I think you would actually enjoy it because it was.
I imagine I would. I myself have been looking forward to it, although I have not seen it.
It's you can find it.
I'm sure.
You can find it. It's fun. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
How do we pick that?
Ryan, you and I picked it correctly because of the stipulation about the Young Bucks.
Yeah. At least they didn't do that. At least they didn't lose
But
with
the
that stupid
interesting thing
stipulation.
is that one of them's hurt.
Matt is hurt. He has MCL and ACL issues. He didn't say that they were torn, but I think they're sprained or something.
Which I feel like that needs time off, unless it's at work.
I don't think it's a work because they were asking him about his ankle and like what's real and what's not. And he's like, well, I have MCL problems. And he said, I thought I had an ACL problem years ago, but actually it's from this year. But they're monitoring it, and I don't know. Maybe it's all bullshit, but I feel like you would say the ankle's fucked up if you were trying to fuck people over. Like,
and their Bucks were wearing Lakers. And
that was great.
Wearing Celtics colors.
Yep.
And then Bucks celebrated like they
had a championship celebration.
with
Welch's grape juice instead of champagne because they don't drink.
Really?
Yes. You didn't know they didn't drink?
No clue.
Yeah, they're straight edge. Kenny's straight edge too.
Someone put out a funny tweet being like North Carolina Bible camp versus Southern California Bible camp. That's what these two teams are. But yeah, they
youth
put up
pastors, California youth pastors versus backwoods youth pastors.
Yeah, essentially.
It was fun. I love the Celtics Lakers get ups.
Like
that was fun. And then they were like, that was one of our best matches.
Yeah,
Buck said so. Really hard spot. How to follow that? You're gonna stick out the Elite Deletion match next is really difficult to me.
I don't think there was anything, but the thing is, I don't think anything was saving this.
This was
so it's a good spot to put it in because it's already going to be garbage.
A good spot would have been on
Dynamite.
not on this show.
Well,
actually,
you have something followed.
Like
Kenny,
half of Dynamite would have been fun.
Yeah, like 8:30 to 9 or something.
Yeah, like 30 minutes of Dynamite could have been fun, or like one of those things like WWE Raw used to do back in the day, where it was like the whole show. We're going to keep going back to this. Right. We'll see 5 or 6 minutes of it at a time, but we still have a whole show to put on.
And some people thought that's how they're going to do it throughout the show, like go back and forth. But I felt like that could have maybe been the flow of the show.
Probably.
But yeah, this
it was rough.
Deletion stuff. It's just
is it dead?
It kind of is. And I don't have a time right now.
It was long. It was a lot longer than I thought.
Too long than it needed to be.
I kind of thought. First of all, it didn't need to be there. I agree.
Yeah, no.
But second of all, if you're going to do it as a popcorn kind of thing or like a break in the action, it's got to be like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was not. It was it would at least to be 15, 20, maybe more.
Easily.
Who ended up winning?
Matt won.
Yeah.
Matt beat Sammy. Doing all the Sammy shit to Sammy. So Sammy fell off, like went through a table and cracked his head with fake blood.
Which I feel like that's kind of.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that for multiple reasons. Yeah. It was fake, one, and two, it was like you're drawing light to you're putting another spotlight on the fact that spot went wrong.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? And then Matt hit him in the face with a chair, which is another callback to the mistake that Sammy made where he hit him in the face with a chair a few months ago.
Oh, well, we didn't talk about the best part.
Gangrel and Hurricane Helms?
Well, just Gangrel.
Fucking Gangrel.
He looks great. And the Hardys did join the Brood, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess he did train Sammy Guevara.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What I liked about that part was when Matt was beating up Sammy and they showed up. because it was Gangrel with Hurricane Helms in a headlock.
Yes.
He's like, "You guys, this is a wrong show," or something like that.
He's like, "Where have you guys been for the past 2 years?"
He's like, we haven't resolved this issue for multiple years, because it was on WWE that I think that there was an Impact that they had that happen. Nothing happened from it because they stopped doing the deletions. So I thought that was funny that he was like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, mostly whatever.
Yeah, and then
skippable, totally skippable. Pirate Party came in. Yeah, fireworks happened. I liked Skarsgård when he called out for Skarsgård to help him, and it just fell like from the sky and almost fell on Sammy. That was funny.
Oof.
It's just done, right?
It kind of took the air out of the whole pay-per-view, and maybe MJF and Jericho kind of were hurt by it too.
Probably. The one thing I want to say, which we've said before, we brought this up, is this guy has gotten this match. Matt Hardy has gotten this deletion match on 3 major promotions now.
Yeah, give it to
he got it on Impact, he got it on WWE, and now he has it had it on AEW. He's gotten it on all 3 companies, and even Ring of Honor too, if technically a little bit.
Yeah. But they had the commentary, and I didn't like
commentary over the match.
JR like JR should have just sat out of it, because he was just like kind of burying it. Like, this is not JR's.
What else was he ever gonna do?
House. He could sit at. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to say it. Just.
No, I mean, what did they expect he was going to do with this?
Yeah, like, what did they expect him to do? Because he just obviously just like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Gangrel fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Back together
Heath.
again.
He kept calling him David Heath.
Yes.
His real name.
His name is David Heath. He's not a real fucking vampire. God damn it.
It's like,
buy my barbecue sauce. Buy my book. Shit's not real. This shit's not real. God damn it. Yeah. How do we pick that one? Did we pick that one?
We did, and you had not been having a good night until you lone wolf Matt Hardy somehow.
Oh man.
That puts me in last place.
Oh.
At this point.
Right where you belong. God damn it.
Yeah.
MJF and Jericho had their match. Match was meh.
It was fine.
Okay.
It was fine. It was fine. Like, there is moments where you're like, wow, Jericho's 50. Then you're like, moments where you're like, wow,
Jericho's 50. He did. I understand what you were saying. We were texting about it. You said that he's moving extremely slow.
In certain spots, yeah, it's just like,
yeah,
stuff is kind of.
But then other times he does a freaking Frankensteiner or whatever, and it looked great.
Yeah.
Is he still doing the lion?
He did the lion salt, and every time he does it, I'm like,
Jesus.
I
He's
can't
not gonna
watch.
Make it over. Yeah.
He's not going to make it, and he made it this time. I don't know.
MJF tried it too.
Yeah,
and hit it, but the ending was great. I loved the ending.
Awesome finish.
That it actually, the Eddie Guerrero spot actually led to the pin.
Yes,
it wasn't just like a laughable moment.
MJF used the Eddie Guerrero, put a weapon in the ring and pretend to be knocked out move, and then rolled up Jericho.
Well, it was good. So Wardlow brought out the
ring.
Jericho, MJF,
and Jericho
misses,
called for the bat,
and then Jericho, being a heel, called for the bat, and then I liked that Aubrey caught him and then rolled him up. I very much like that it led to the finish, and I like that it wasn't like a clean pin that let him in. 2
heels trying to cheat at the exact same time was very, very entertaining.
It was a good way to finish, but this could have easily have been like, this was like Dynamite main event level, not really blow away, but it was fine. This is just the start of their story.
Is Wardlow still on his side?
Wardlow is in the inner circle.
Yes.
Oh,
Wardlow and MJF.
They're both in the inner circle. Jericho, after the match, shook hands with and hugged MJF and said, "You're both in the inner circle." So
Should be.
Maybe that's what Jericho needs. Not necessarily with MJF, but maybe he should be a hot tag partner instead of going full matches.
he said he wanted to go for the tag titles. So
Yeah, I wonder what happened to that.
I think Jake Hager had a fight.
And maybe, yeah.
I think his MMA career.
Maybe him
all
and
that.
MJF will become a tag team. That'd be pretty.
That would be great.
Him
I
and
think that could
Wardlow,
happen.
maybe.
That could.
Is
Wardlow and Jake
Guevara-
Hager on the same team is fun.
Is Sammy in Jericho's crew?
Yeah.
Yes, and he was
Sammy?
not happy about the addition of MJF because obviously he's jealous that
Yeah.
MJF has taken his role as like the hot young guy that Jericho likes, which is a fun story. There's so many fun storyline possibilities that this opens up, and doesn't hurt either guy. It doesn't hurt Jericho. They got rolled up by Eddie Guerrero.
No.
He like got cheated out of a win by the Eddie Guerrero thing, so that's even better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just liked it a lot. I like the end a lot. So maybe the match wasn't great, but how do we pick that one?
We swept this one.
Sweep MJF. Wow. Another sweep, I'm sure. John Moxley defeated Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match. First of all, Eddie Kingston in Masawa gear.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston is a massive All Japan fan. If you ever listen to an interview with him, he said, like, yeah, I liked wrestling growing up, but then I saw All Japan, and then I decided to be a wrestler after that. Because
Masawa, he wore green.
The green and
so he
silver.
came out with the green, but Eddie Kingston style, he had Masawa basketball shorts.
I know. That's just,
It was so good.
I saw people online were like they're confused about Kingston's ring gear, how it looks crappy, but like that's just the way he's always worn his ring gear. He has always worn that like weird low cut singlet and then
Singlet
like
with basketball
super
shorts.
baggy like pants or
Yeah.
like basketball shorts.
That's what he had on.
That's what he
And
wears.
like Jordans
Yeah.
underneath. It was Masawa basketball shorts with Jordan. I loved it.
Yeah,
This match was really good.
really intense. And the lead up, the only other notable thing from Dynamite was their
The
promo.
excellent promo off where they couldn't touch each other.
Yep.
Tony Khan was like, you can't touch each other for the match. And they got in each other's faces and did the whole, we're touching noses, but we're not going to be able to fight. It was great.
But man, Eddie is just on such a level of
The promos are just
such
out
a
of
level of
control.
promo where it's just like, God damn it! Like he's truthfully probably been the best promo. Like even though we haven't seen, he's clearly been the best promo in wrestling since he began. Because the guy's he's just on such another level.
Yeah.
Of just pure passion.
Moxley in the post game interviews. I watched a bunch of the post game interviews. He was like,
Scrums.
yeah, he's like, after Lance Archer got COVID and we couldn't do all that, he was like, give me Eddie Kingston. Give me Eddie Kingston and give me a promo and we'll do it like this. And he'll do a promo for 2 weeks and I'll do a promo for 2 weeks. Then we'll meet in the middle and not be able to, like, he basically laid it all out. I was like, it's money. We'll just talk and you don't have to you don't have to worry about it. We don't have to set anything up. He doesn't have to cost me any matches. He just has to talk shit. Then I'll talk shit. Then we'll talk shit face to face. And then we'll have a match and everybody will love it.
I was so hoping Eddie won. Like I know
He was never going to win.
I know, but like
Never.
it would have been so awesome. Like I get it.
He
it
had
would've,
some
like,
great stuff in there, but yeah, marketing wise, like no, there's
I
no
know.
way.
I know, but it's just
He may one day, he may get there. Like he's becoming more and more popular. I don't think he's
Right.
ever been this popular.
if he plays it. No, and he
A real
plays.
Mick Foley story.
Yeah, essentially. But the thing is he plays an even better baby face. He's such a good baby face.
At some point, we're gonna get that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, easily. We got it. But yeah, this match was very intense. It didn't go as hardcore, but pretty hardcore as the Omega.
Yeah, it wasn't the lights out
Moxley.
match from a year ago,
Yes.
but it was good.
Yeah, the tags, the
I'm
rubbing
glad they
alcohol.
actually used the barbed wire baseball bat was actually used,
Yes,
which I
yes.
appreciated finally.
Yes.
And he used, they used Tax. Tax went into Moxley's head.
Yep.
Top of his
And
head.
then he poured rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, thought that was
on-
awesome. Fantastic.
on
What a
Moxley.
touch.
Ooh.
He goes into the medic's bag and pulls out the rubbing the antiseptic alcohol and pours it all over Moxley's back after he goes through the tax.
Oof.
It was just awesome.
So it's
But
pretty
then
good.
bully lock with barbed wire,
Oof. Make it,
of course, is
so
Kingston
good.
just say I
And,
quit.
like, you see it all over Kingston's face. It's just so
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Great match.
His promo when they were face to face, where he was like pointing at the AEW title, and he's like, "Mom, this is the reason you don't have a grandchild."
Yes, this is the reason why. This is the reason why I don't have a daughter-in-law
Yeah.
like this.
What a promo! And then Moxley being like, "I know your mom,
Yeah,
or whatever, Ruthie. I know Ruthie."
so
and
good.
he being pissed that he like said his mom's name on. That was great.
Yeah,
so good.
so good.
Anyway, so Moxley won. Omega came out and as what Cage Side Seat says, exchanged pleasantries.
Oh, we forgot to
Moxley.
talk about when the Young Bucks won. Omega came out, and Hangman was
right.
like hanging in the
He was in
rafters almost.
Yeah, he was staying in the
in the
entranceway,
tunnel. Yeah,
hanging
It's
out in
just
the
like-
tunnel.
Waiting, watching in the tunnel like a big
Yeah.
baby.
Anxiety-ridden cowboy.
Yes.
All right, that was Full Gear. What did we pick? I'm assuming we all swept Moxley, right?
Mike said Eddie Kingston and then reversed course and made it a sweep.
Oh, okay, good. How did we end up on picks? Yikes! I didn't even want to ask this question.
So actually, Ryan, you and Mike and myself all ended up with 6 out of the 8 that we picked.
Bailed out by a lone wolf.
And Wally, you did much worse. You only picked 5.
Wow,
Yeah.
so much worse.
So that means, Mike, you moved back within 1 of catching Wally for 3rd place.
Whoa. Okay.
So
What'd you think of the whole thing overall? I thought it was really good pay-per-view.
it was great. Great pay-per-view overall. They really I think after All Out, they figured out like the pacing and even though the Young Bucks match was 28 minutes, you didn't need anything else besides that. Like the other longest match was like 17 minutes.
Yeah, which is
Perfect. Like that's what we needed,
Yep.
And like the thing is, I get why they want to put so many people on the show.
you got to get them all in there.
You got to get them all in because they're still running the same. They don't have the luxury of the WWE network.
Right.
You got to get everyone on the show.
Okay. Time for a segment to be named later. Bill, what you got for us?
So first, we were trying to figure out who preceded Elvira last week.
Oh, yeah.
That, of course, was Vampira. She was a first horror host. She hosted the Vampira show for like a year or two. And then in 1959, she was in Plan 9 from Outer Space by Ed Wood, which is what we...
Right. She
Wow,
showed up
so-
in the Ed Wood movie.
Vampira was Elvira's predecessor.
I think that's what Shotzi's going for.
And it could be.
As a horror host or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Yes. We were trying to figure out who the white rappers were that were originally part of the Nation of Domination.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
And this led down just a little bit of a rabbit hole. So
Yeah.
it turns out that the Nation of Domination did not start with WWE. It was actually
Really?
created in 1996 in the USWA, United States Wrestling Association.
Huh.
It was started and led by a tag team called PG-13, included JC Ice and Wolfie D.
Oh, yeah.
They were the White Rappers. The White Rappers were the ones who actually started the Nation of Domination.
Wow.
So then they were part of it. They were brought in to be a jobber tag team in WWE and
Wow.
rap for the Nation, and then eventually, just get kicked out of their own group.
That's nuts.
That
So
sounds
they-
like a WWE move if I've
They
ever
got
heard
kicked
one.
out of it. Then they jobbed for a little bit. Then they went to ECW and jobbed there for a little
I was
bit.
going to say, when I played my ECW Journey of Wrestling, they were jobbers in there.
Yeah.
JC Ice and whatever the other guy's name was.
Wolfie D.
Wolfie D. They were jobbers in my ECW Journey of Wrestling.
they were champions and started the Nation of Domination.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a hell of a segment to be named later right there.
Yeah.
And then I just had a quick question for each of you.
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll start with you, just real quick. Can you tell me what Gallus means?
Nope.
All right, cool. Ryan, can you give me just a little quick Paul Bearer from last week?
Oh, Undertaker.
Hey,
I'm Paul
Mike.
Bear and you're not.
Perfect. Mike, can you give us that quote from Vince McMahon from last week?
I listened to that back like 6 times. It
Do you
was
want me
very
to
funny.
actually? It was there. It is. There it is. Sweet chin music. There it is.
I listened several times on the show last week, and I couldn't hear it, even knowing what it was.
Sound like a dog howling in the night.
I know.
I hear dogs howling right now.
Are there dogs barking in your house? Is that you, Wally? Or
No, I thought it was Mike.
No, it's not me.
whose dogs are barking? It's not my dog.
I do not own one.
What the hell is that? What kind of shenanigans was that?
Dog shopping Zoom.
All right. Let's talk about New Japan for a minute, because what the hell is going on in New Japan? Can you explain what happened, Mike?
So,
Our Lord and Savior Ibushi had the briefcase.
Guy with a capital G lost
God with
the
capital G.
lost the briefcase to Jay White, and like I feel like I said this, like if anyone's gonna be the one to steal the briefcase, it's gonna be Jay White.
You did say that.
And he did. And like, so he'll have to fight for it back on night 1 and then get it back and then cash it in the next night. Nope.
So he's out. Ibushi's out.
Oh, Ibushi's not out. So instead, what happened is Naito said, I don't care. I'm still challenging Ibushi night 1.
What the
And
hell?
they're allowing that to happen. So the G1 is just like
A waste of time?
I don't know. So the G
Unnecessary?
So he's gonna fight. So it's been announced
So night 1, Ibushi will fight Naito anyway.
for the double belts.
For both belts. Anyway.
For both belts.
Even though he lost that right.
Even though he lost the right to Jay White
What the hell?
on Saturday. Because Naito challenged him.
Doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, no.
Makes no sense.
The other match announced for night 1 is they announced Okada versus Ospreay, which makes sense.
Right.
And so now, since Jay White has the briefcase, he's going to be fighting whoever wins Naito Ibushi night 2.
Whoever is going to be champion night
Yes.
2, he's going to get to cash in his briefcase night 2.
Yes. But like,
What
I
the
don't
hell
feel-
are they doing?
like
Because it seems to me that God with a capital G is going to win. Ibushi's going to beat Naito for 2 belts and then beat Jay White.
maybe, I guess.
What the hell is this?
Unless they're gonna tease it out longer.
So Ibushi's going to lose to Naito and then Naito's going to face Jay White?
I don't know. They can't possibly have him beat Naito then lose the next night.
No.
Because man,
That would be silly.
That would send people home sour, I feel like.
Transitional champ. God.
Jay White is fucked.
No, I feel like Ibushi's it, but then I feel like it's super like a letdown if like he wins it night 1, has the big celebration, and then like has to fight for it again just to be
Why
like,
is it reversed? Like if he could get
Yes.
another shot at it and then win it back and then get it the next night.
like just flip it. Like if you flipped it, it would make way more sense.
So that make it seem like Ibushi's not going to win?
Who knows?
Because
Okay, so Jay White wins at night 1.
nope, Jay White.
Jay White
I know.
has no match.
I know. Stick with me for a second here.
Okay.
So Jay White won the chance for it, so he fights Naito night 1.
Uh-huh.
And then Naito says, well, I wanted to face you, Ibushi, so you've got to earn a shot. And he has to fight either Sonata or Time Bomb to get that chance on night 2.
Maybe.
Well, sure, that would have worked. I don't know. It's just anything but this would have worked.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
I was very upset when he lost. I'm like, why the hell would you make him lose?
And it was like a dirty finish. Like he had his leg. Jay had his feet on the ropes.
Of course he did.
But it's just like, well, why? You're making it complicated just to complicate things.
If you wanted him to win the title, this is making it very confusing.
And like I liked the thing last year with the gold dash or whatever with the 4-man tournament, but like this year I don't like it. I don't think we need to do it again.
Yeah, we should separate these belts, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely separate them because like we really need to separate them.
Yeah.
Because
like they needed to do that this year. They didn't
Yes.
they didn't accomplish that goal.
I feel like the whole main event scene since the evil thing has really just like,
I mean, that evil thing makes even less sense now.
yeah, it's
Because
just-
Jay White is the fucking briefcase guy. So
it's
Jay White's
just-
briefcase, is it he can challenge for both belts at one time?
I guess.
Yeah,
Or is it still just like, one belt one time?
I just
He gets
don't know.
both.
Yeah, I don't know. It's either unify the belts or split them up. They really need to split them up.
Yeah.
Really do.
They need to split them up. All right.
But yeah, this makes no sense. Like the match was good. Jay White versus Ibushi, great match.
Yeah.
And there's a few other good matches. Shingo versus Suzuki was good on the show. But like, what is Gato doing?
You rarely say this.
Yeah.
That's a very rare thing to be like,
Yeah.
what the hell is New Japan doing? And we have reached that point.
The only other thing, New Japan stuff, is they announced the World Tag League. The only two things is GOD's back, Tama and
Tonga.
Tama and Tonga. No,
And
Tama
Tonga
and
Low.
Tonga Low are back in Japan. They're gonna have, and the big thing, even though the Japan junior weights, it's the U.S. junior weight. Junior best of the super juniors has like guys from Impact, and guys from Ring of Honor. It's got Chris Bay. It's got a few guys from Impact.
Surprising that Impact people are involved with New Japan because they said
Anderson,
that was never going to happen.
Carl Anderson and Rocky Romero said they think by the summer they could get them working together. Be very interesting.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, forgot about the Good Brothers being in
Good
Impact.
brothers. We'll see.
Let's talk. I want to take a brief segue to. We played Wrestling Jeopardy multiple times on this show, so I want to give a shout out to Alex Trebeck. Sad day when he passed away, but
he was once on. He was at a WrestleMania or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he was. He was like hosting with Bob Uecker or something weird.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How long did he host Jeopardy for? 37 years. Is that what I heard?
My whole life.
Time.
Yeah.
Our whole lives. Yeah. So sad.
Very
great,
sad.
Great host. So many good. I mean, Jeopardy is just a fucking awesome show.
Yeah.
Just so good.
You always feel so great when you get a question right.
Right. And when you get it wrong, you feel terrible.
Yeah.
He'll make you feel terrible. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Jeopardy, but hopefully we'll have Wrestling Jeopardy again. Not that we'll see. Maybe sooner rather than later. AEW games. I talked about how I didn't think this was actually a game. Turns out it's like 5 games.
Yeah.
They're gonna do multiple versions of AEW games on multiple platforms, and we're gonna find out tomorrow.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a console game and the booking game. They're supposed to announce stuff.
And something else, like a mobile game or something, a card game or something.
Yeah, something else. Yes.
So
Probably
yeah,
some
a
sort of
booking
card
game. That'll be fun.
So JOW specifically for AEW.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
Pretty much.
We shall see.
We shall see. All right, let's go over NXT quickly. I didn't get to see this whole show, but Bill, you said you watched it.
Yeah, I hated a lot of it.
Dakota Kai defeated Ember Moon.
Good match.
Does this make sense? The returning Dakota Kai? Or, I'm sorry, the returning Ember Moon?
Yeah.
Yes, this was a good start. It was some interference, but Dakota continues to be strong.
I mean, I like her a lot.
And it doesn't really hurt Ember because it was with some outside interference.
Okay. You specifically brought this up. Kushida defeated Cam Grimes, and you said Cam Grimes is dead.
Because he is, mind you, we said Halloween Havoc in and of itself, whatever, it's a fun thing.
Right. Zombies and shit. Fine.
He's afraid of zombies. Is part of his character now. A referee came in, he thought the referee was a zombie and ran away screaming after he tapped out.
Don't like that at all.
So
I see why you don't like that.
Get him off. I love Cam Grimes. Get him off my TV. I don't want to see him anymore. Send him to the main event.
Send him back to Impact.
Yeah. Because, man, he was so good, and now he might be my least favorite wrestler on the roster.
Wow.
It's part of his character.
Wow. If he's afraid of zombies all the time. Hopefully he won't be.
At first, it was kind of funny. He was just kind of twitchy and looking around, but then he was legitimately thought that a referee was a zombie.
Wow.
And it wasn't the only thing that carried over from Halloween Havoc.
Oh, really?
So, you know how I said that I was getting won over by the weird skits that Johnny and Candice were doing?
Yes.
They each had a separate one where they're hanging out with the person in the screen mask still wearing the full screen gear.
Okay.
I'm guessing because Indy isn't available yet.
So wait a week and
That
do
was
it next
my
week.
guess.
You didn't need to put it on there with him sitting at the table or her sitting at the table in screen gear.
Drake Maverick and Killian Dane versus Everrise, no contest.
Yep, Pat McAfee ruined the show. First of all, he legit, before they even made their appearance, he was outside on a camera on split screen while they were actually having a match. During a match, it was him on camera being annoying.
I hated that in WCW where they would have a match and not focus on it. It's like, yeah, this match is going on. Who cares? What's Hogan doing?
Yeah, that's what they did. And then they came in and they beat up everyone in the ring.
Okay.
And then put on 65-minute promo that was just Pat McAfee being annoying.
I think his promos have been pretty good.
I've hated every bit of it.
I think
Meltzer loves Pat McAfee.
That's what he's supposed to do, Bill. He's supposed to make you hate him.
Yeah, he makes me want to shut off NXT is what he makes me want to do.
Baby.
I almost didn't watch it. I watched it last night, and I may not watch it next week.
We'll see. Tony Storm defeated Shotzi. So much for that. So much for that hosting gig. You're out of here. You lose, Shotzi.
Another good match. Well, the ending was.
Yep, they ruined Shotzi a little bit.
Yeah,
she cares more about her cart or her tank than winning a match.
Right, her tank got destroyed by Candice. Is that what
happened?
happened?
It just wrecked her. She just stopped what she was doing to see it and start crying.
Yeah, I get it. It's a good spot to wreck the tank, but to have her have a mental breakdown over it.
Is this a callback to when all of her stuff got stolen? Remember that?
No.
Her helmet and all.
I don't think so.
Gear got stolen, and she was distraught about it. And then
this was
the cops got it all back.
No, she was much more distraught over this getting destroyed than her stuff getting stolen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was bad.
It was a good match, but that was dumb.
It was a good match. It was a bad finish.
I kind of don't like the tank. It was fun for a couple times, but
no,
the tank's terrible.
No,
I don't
you guys
like
are crazy. What's not there? What's not to like about it?
It's dumb. It's a Hot Wheels. She comes to the ring in a Hot Wheels tank.
Oh, stop.
Or a Power Wheels tank, I mean.
Yeah, it's not. It's a Power.
Please.
I don't know. I don't know if I like the tank.
She did say welcome to the ball pit 4 times.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ball pit.
I will say this. 2 things happened that I did like, besides some of the matches were good. their backstage interviewer is actually able to talk at the end of the interviews and say like "back to the desk" or
Right.
"that was
That's
weird,"
good.
and it's a nice touch for once.
Yeah.
And then next week we're gonna get Xia Li versus Raquel Gonzalez, which I don't know why, but hopefully that will be fun.
We shall see.
I don't think it will be.
I don't think so either. I think
Go out on a limb and
Raquel's
say
gonna
that's
squash her,
not
I
going to
think.
matter. Yeah. Unfortunately, sorry, Xia Li. Ciampa beat Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, it was. This is the continuation of the Velveteen Dream gets beat down by everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not much more you can say about him. Sad that it has come to this, but I don't want to see him anymore. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. But anything else on NXT?
It was an all right show.
It was a
Doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound great, but I didn't watch it, so I can't have a real opinion. All right, what was this
I
now,
have
Wally?
opinions on AEW all the time.
I know you do, but I'm not gonna make a call on NXT if I didn't watch it myself. But Wally, it's time for your top 5. Now I saw top 5 most hunkiest mustaches, and then I got erased, and now it's top 5 Parks and Recreation characters.
That is correct.
Which also kind of coincides with top 5 hunkiest mustaches because there's one guy on there that has a hunky mustache.
Very true. Number 5 is Jerry Gergich. Love
I was
Jerry.
going to say, I would be very upset if you didn't put Jerry on there. He has to be on there. He's the best.
Number 4 is Leslie. Number 3 is Andy Dwyer. Number 2 is April Ludgate. And number 1, obviously, the man with the sexy mustache, Ron Swanson.
Wow.
What was his jazz name?
Duke Silver.
Duke Silver, yeah.
Duke Silver. What about the horse? You didn't put the horse on there? Little Sebastian?
Little Sebastian.
Yeah.
No.
Jerry.
I did
Jerry.
look up. It's WrestleMania 7 that Alex Trebek was on.
Oh, guess what we're watching for next week?
Oh, man.
Not sure. We're not doing that.
Yeah, you were not going to make us do that. Come on. All right. That's it. This episode is over. Coming up next, Wally, you're in charge of the review. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
It's been a minute, but you're going to get us through a very fun one. It's been No, you didn't think it was fun?
It's
me?
I think the
Bill's shaking his head no.
The movie wasn't great, but talking about
You didn't think it was fun? I thought it was fun.
This movie, it had its moments.
Oh my God.
It was so bad.
Yeah, in like a fun way. Like so silly.
It was goofy.
Conan the Destroyer, not the first Conan. Conan the Destroyer.
Yep.
Wow.
Conan the
It's
Destroyer.
quite a movie, and I can't
1984.
can't wait to interrupt you at least a dozen times during your recounting of what happens because there's so many silly things.
Yeah.
So many silly Arnold Schwarzenegger things happen in this movie. So that'll be coming up next. We are out of here. Peace out.
Yeah.